tangent. Sometimes things are good, sometimes not as good as you thought.
You go back, you're like, oh, this isn't as good as, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
This wasn't as funny as I thought it was.
Right. The next thing is actually a question for the audience, because like I said, I'm starting to become real devoted to being Dragon Ball trash. But my Dragon Ball knowledge is very limited because I was really young, and so I remember bits and pieces, and obviously I remember over 9,000 because everybody was alive in 2009 when that was a thing. But I would like to know if DBZ is better than Kai, because Kai is like it eliminates everything from Dragon Ball Z that wasn't in the manga. So it eliminates stuff that's not like technically canon or something, but Dragon Ball Z has like a nostalgia factor for me, so I'm like, I want to watch Z, but maybe I should watch Kai. So this is a question for you. Which one is worth is Dragon Ball Z worth the rewatch, or should I try Kai? To be honest, I'll probably just watch Z because I'll be like, Toonami, or no, 4Kids, no. I'm so young, you guys.
I saw it on WB.
Oh yeah.
Like 8 in the morning.
Oh man. The good old days where you're like, this is anime? I thought it was a cartoon. Yeah, I saw it on UPN. It came after Sailor Moon, so that's my memory of Dragon Ball. Shoujo, power. It totally was. And then finally they got things like Pokemon and Digimon and other stuff, and I was like, yeah, so that's a question to you. Is that something that falls under maybe the Pokemon category of still enjoyable, but maybe not like as super crazy as when you were a kid? Let me know. Specifically me, I'm selfishly asking all of you because
We don't care.
So no.
Except for Kelly.
No, everyone can care. But I'm just getting really into Dragon Ball, and I want to make sure I do it right. I don't know if you can do Dragon Ball 2 wrong. Except for GT. I don't know. Well, or the one that the live action movie where Ryder apologized. Oh, but we don't talk about that. It's like Crystal Skull. What is that? It doesn't exist. It's not a thing. Yeah, that too. These are things that don't exist. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, anyway, is there anything else that you watched when you were younger that now you're like, maybe not as fun as
I want to say Digimon.
本日付で配属されたクガたちなでしこ監視官です。クガたちです。よろしくお願いいたします。
No, it's just not as enjoyable anymore for me.
なるほど。俺たちの新しい飼い主ってわけだ。
Yeah.
And it's not as like Pokemon has, even if it's like just, hey, we're gonna help these guys carry these eggs down the street. Like I just enjoy it more.
飼い主と。
Yeah, and then like you say,
公安局では女性が男性を飼育する習慣でも。
Me too.
And I don't do it anymore, but I used to like sleep as I watch the episodes. I just turn it on and just listen to it. Because I can.
Comforting.
It is, but also I can like.
こいつは
I
井野田監視官以上の風物か。
But then now
冬
it
がお
becomes
嬢
a
ちゃん
thing where it doesn't.
俺たちのことを教えてなかったのか。
It just plays on. So my battery dies by the morning. So I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that
あ、
anymore. But the Pokemon
クガた
TV
ちだ。
is great if you
こ
want
ちらの2人は執行官
to.
ピン
They
で
don't do the
私たちの部下に当たるんです。
parts, like certain episodes.
執行官に関しての知識はあります。
Following week or two, they do the next like 5 episodes for each season. But yeah, those are the ones
Just really quickly, quick aside, so I remembered this. I can't think of an example for an anime, but this happens to me when I'm rewatching things. Mostly like Western stuff, like South Park comes to mind, where I'll rewatch it and be like, oh, that was really problematic. And so I'll rewatch something that I remember as being good, and then I'll watch it years later and be like, oh, that was really sexist, or something like that. And so I know that happens with anime, but of course I take a little more lenient hand on anime because I am not Japanese, and I am not in a position to necessarily like critique Japanese feminism, for example. So I am not as choosy with that. Yeah, but I think to your point, that it's easier to see that in Western content. Like I had that same thing with Family Guy. Where it's like, ooh, I thought this was funnier than it actually is, and it's yeah, all these non sequiturs, not funny. Okay, moving on. Yeah, I can't off the top of my head.
係のバカが書類ミスしてたのが見つかって井野が直してるってだけだ。
I think I think like my attitude, I can't think of an anime, but my attitude has changed about certain things that I accepted because it's like fun fun or whatever, and I'm like, this might be a bigger social issue in Japan. I wish they would
そ
talk
の
about
先
that.
生という方の
Yeah,
とこ
now
ろ
that
へ
I'm
向かい
thinking
ま
about
しょう。
it,
リノ、 そうですね。
and Gurren Lagann,
では、
the
正
whole
岡さん、
thing where it's
大
like,
神
look
さ
at
ん、
this feminine
失礼し
man,
ます。
and he's like the punchline of every joke, and I really like that anime, but I don't find that recurring joke funny at all. Like stuff like that, where like maybe when you watched it originally, you're like fine with it, and then you learn a little bit more about the world or whatever, and sometimes you see something, you're like, yeah. Maybe don't do that.
Yeah, maybe
That's one
not.
thing that bothered me in Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just an example of things. I can't think of any anime altogether where I'm like, oh, that didn't hold up very well. Like I went back and watched dubbed 90s Sailor Moon a few weeks ago. I still laughed hysterically. I was like, oh, the dub for this is so bad. It's good.
今日はどうし
Yes,
ましょ
there
う。
are some things that ironically hold up well that you can rewatch.
新しい監視官の案内をして
There
る
were
ん
like
です。
four voices for
高
quote
田さ
unquote
ん、
Darien,
こち
three
らが分
voices
析
for like
官の
Sailor
金森
Moon.
ジオンさんです。
They like cut out all the supposed scandalous stuff, so inadvertently made it worse with kissing cousins and
こ
whatnot.
こにある
It's
機
just
械
not
機器
good.
と私の
Cousins
実動
hanging
で
out is
あな
the
たた
worst.
ちの
Two
捜査を
girls.
サポート
Yeah,
することをします
okay,
よ。
good logical choice.
シーンの解
Good
析、
job,
ガイドスキャナやカメラのデータ
yeah.
チェック、
So, let us know what you
サイ
think.
コパス
Maybe something
診
you
断まで
rewatched
幅
that
広くね。
either bugged you or you were like, oh, that's
わか
not
りまし
the
た。
way I remembered it, or
いろい
whatever.
ろとお世話にな
And
ること
other
が
stuff
多
that
そ
you
う
would
ですね。
recommend rewatching or just watching for the first time, especially
こち
now
ら
that
こ
we
そ
have
よろ
a
しく
little
ね。
bit easier access to anime. Yes.
かわ
Thank
い
you,
い子が
Crunchyroll.
2
Thank
人
you,
だ。
Animation, for
お姉
teaming
さん
up.
大
That's
歓迎。
awesome. All
私
right,
の様
moving
子
on.
可愛いの
It's
定義に
time
当てはまる
for
個人時間の問題
Double
です。
Feature Watch Party. Yay!
子供しか応募できません。
If this is your first porn, beep beep beep. I'm so sorry.
Beats me.
We have fun around
This
here.
is very serious
If you
person.
have not joined us for the watch party before, it's sort of like a
Oh,
book
too
club.
serious.
You guys vote on a show, and we all watch it 2 episodes at a time and
あ
discuss
と
it
悪いん
in
だけ
depth.
ど、
And it's a really
今
great
か
way
ら
to
少し
watch
面
it.
倒な案
That's
件
the
なんです
way
けど、
I watched
親
it
睦
for
を
the
深
first
める
time,
のは
and it
後
really
でいい
helped
か
my
しら。
understanding. So we're currently watching Psychopath.
私たちも
Again,
近場りのオフ
we
ィス
talked
に
about
行
this
く
a
途
little
中で
bit
したから。
last watch party, but
それじゃあ、金森さん、
please
ま
keep
た
in
後
mind
で。
if you are just joining and you want to catch up, we're
Hi,
not that far into
what's
Psychopath yet. It is very violent. There's sexual assault going on in it. It's very, very heavy. So please exercise caution. We are on episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're doing 2 to catch up, 2 watch parties. So if you want to catch up, stop now and go watch Psychopath. Then come back and talk about it with us. So
リノザさん、
you can send us your comments
深田さんをお
on
連れしました。
Facebook.com/groups/IGN Anime Club, the official group. And you can
ご
also
苦労だったな、
tweet us
つねもり。
using the hashtag IGNanime, IGNIME. So, just to start us off, episode 5. So, going back a little bit, I'm already sort of forgetting what happens in each episode. They kind of blur together for me. Like, I know what's happening overall,
反
but
省
to
している
break
なら、
down
今度からちゃんとチェックし
what
なさい。
happens in episode
でないと残
5,
業になるわ
really,
よ。
here we go. Let's just, Neno
厳しい
Del
な、
Toro,
国
one of
ち
the
は。
real MVPs, kind of breaks down. So Neno Del Toro on the Facebook group says,
すまない。
on the surface, this episode seems quite straightforward about episode 5.
君と同じ
They
く
identified the
刑事課
culprit
近く
through
で
his
監視を
pattern,
持つ
so the culprit of being the
ギノさんの
person
部下だ。
stealing the avatars. Now I remember. So the person who used killed the talisman and stole that avatar, Spooky Boogie, and then a third avatar that we were being introduced to. So they identified the culprit through his patterns, went after him, and made him pop. Simple enough, right? Well, not so much. What was at first glance the reveal and subsequent elimination of one of Makishima's, who is the white-haired
監視官デバイスの
main
機能はチェックしたが
Makishima's subordinates was
色
also
相チェック
a
から
glance
の
into his
使い
methodology
方は
and
確認
said,
しておく
the
ように
dude is a straight up sociopath. Couldn't have put it better myself. He doesn't recognize this world authority, nor does he see anyone that does as a fellow human being, as shown by how nonchalantly he disposed of Mito. He wasn't even condescending, he wasn't let down by his failure, he actually just sounded bored. So in that scene where Mito, they shot
like
Mito in the
purple,
arm,
please.
and he's like missing an arm, and he goes home and he's like,
Yeah,
oh,
for
and
now.
I'm like, oh,
そちらのお二人
dude,
は
I'm so
執
sorry
行官
you're
です。
that upset. He,
No, it's not.
Makishima kind of like warps
か
them
なり
and
修
is
正
like,
だ。
you could have done a better job.
彼らは君とは違
She's
う。
So
very
yeah, it was, like, it was
Infinite.
almost
あく
unceremonious.
まで道具だと思う。
damage to the
And then
うわ
continuing with Neto.
ギノさん、
He sounds like a researcher whose experiment didn't turn out quite like he intended to, and immediately
ちょっ
moved
と
on to
ギ
the
ノ
next
ザさん、
iteration.
そんな言い方は。
Episode also showed what kinds of subjects. Remember, he doesn't see them as equals.
that thing.
Makishima
事実
surrounds himself
つねもり。
like he himself
君
も
put it
肝に銘じておけ。
Mito, since you lacked a
Needs to
space
make
That
to
was
this
the
research
thing
where he
for us
can
俺は
ask.
これを局長に
I
提出
think
し
that's
て
a
くれ。
really. I just want to stop there for a second because that's a really It's sort of like that chameleon thing that some people do. Like if they don't have an identity, they can
木
kind
野
of
田さんが言ったことは
adopt what they want to and put on a... Like, I used to feel like this in high school where I was like, I don't really know who I am still because I was in high school. And so I'd just be like, today I'll be one of the nerds and then I'll be a band geek and then I'll try to talk to the cheerleaders and never mind, I don't want to do that. And then, so I really liked that line. Since you lacked a face, you were simply able to wear any kind of mask. That's profound. With that kind of canvas to work with, Makishima is able to shape them, his subordinates, in a way that better suits his intentions for a particular goal. This world is his laboratory, and he's eager for knowledge. Thank you, Nettle Toro. Yeah, that was a wonderful summation. Yeah, I mean, Psychopaths just keeps making me think about... Like, obviously it's a futuristic, dystopian sort of society, but it like any dystopian story, it makes you think about current society, and it also makes me think about myself. So, like I said, it made me think of, like, in high school, where you feel kind of like a social chameleon, because you lack the
まああなたの好きにすればいいけど
I was in a social chameleon. Everyone
部下
knew
と
who I
の距
was
離は
and they left
節
me
度を
alone,
保っ
and
た
I
も
was
のでし
fine.
ということだと理解しました
It sure wasn't, but that's a different story. But there's two sides to every coin.
あんたがそれでいいならいいけどさ
But that's a good
One day it gets better.
One day you'll be 17. It'll suck
そうで
less.
しょうかそれよりも一係の方がこれで全て繋がる
It gets way better. It's way better. But to your point, it's like there is something profound about like you can wear any kind of mask. There's certain fluidity to that. You can blend in anywhere.
Just into
That's what allowed this person to do what they did. Yeah, and it's very interesting seeing how crime works in this world with the
国塚城は紅茶
the kinds of... So this is a cyber crime.
あれそっちのべっぴんさんは
Now, just like
久我たちなでしこです
the way it
Yes,
works
yes.
and
Case から監視官として配属されま
it's
した
just really fascinating to me. Like, oh, we narrowed down the users who stopped
the
using
heights
their...
of Cyberpunk
I like that there is
area.
1 foot in
Tsumaり
our
新しい
reality, so
常識
there's a
ね
basis to jump off, and it's like,
俺は
I can see
鶴に
this
100 番
happening in our
一
society.
昨日配属されたての
We're
新
like
人
one step away from most of
な
these
あ
things.
新人同士
So
仲良くやろう
it's
ぜ
super amazing.
Totally Captain
Yes,
Constant.
in fact,
近づきの印
Carter
に
says,
こういうの
so
か
we finally learned the backstory, or at least part of it, to Kogami. He's originally an investigator. I'm sure some of our wiser group members could have figured it out, as Ko has showed off his crime-solving ability a couple times now. Most notably was in episode 5 when he was able to pinpoint out our avatar-stealing culprit. What is dark to think about, and the show hinted at it, is Akane falling down the same path. We've already learned she thinks outside the box, and if she gets too close with the enforcers, Ko specifically, things could go very poorly. That did not occur to me so much. I mean, like, I know they're hinting at, like, investigators can get... Because it's happened... Like you said, Megan, like, this does have a foot in our reality, as does most dystopian fiction. Like 1984 and stuff like that, which Psychopaths has vibes from. Yes,
Unfortunately, that's a strong
people who
impression.
are detectives or who work with crime in any capacity in real life, it's a hard job. Like, I really wanted to study criminology, really badly. Like, I wanted to be, because he loves murders and genre. But I didn't end up doing that because then I was like, yeah, I'm really into it kills time. I didn't do that, but I'm still really into that. I was talking to somebody here who actually majored in criminology and ended up in the same field I did, which is interesting. And she was saying that she knew she couldn't do it for a job because it got so heavy. Because if you see a cold case or something, this isn't what can't be solved. It weighs on you because it's like there's no justice for this. When you see cases like Kogami, like he's so active, in this group, his subordinate died, and the laser death he was like made plastic, like the plastic.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I forget.
How was all that too? That was weird.
You can't solve it.
Done.
These scenes, like some people, that's very hard, and it makes sure that
It's a thing. It's
we see that is definitely a possibility.
a supposed to
And that didn't
or
occur to me when
something.
this show started. Like, oh, some of the enforcers were probably former investigators. It makes perfect
Sure, it's
sense, but
fine.
I didn't. Right, think about that. And so Carter caught that. Yes.
Yeah.
Smart. Thank you, Carter.
Nicely done, Carter. And so
Kind of explains why Ganoza is so.
都内にて誘拐事件が発生した。
Yeah, he's not.
he
Like,
walls
Whatever.
himself
Oh,
off.
yeah.
一係が捜査に当たることとな
Which
る。
is so you see that danger for Akane, who is still very green and very much like affected by
そり
things.
ゃ穏やかじゃない話だな。
well,
詳
just
細
like
は
Ganoza, or will she end up like Kogami?
Oh, stay tuned.
資料を表示します
And then finishing up episode 5,
Yep.
Lisa Liu says, "Goodness, what a great episode! Loved how they just explored the idea of social
Oh,
media communities.
kawai ko
Are
jan.
Miranda, Megan,
You can
Callie, and Mike
let
really
me
just
talk.
avatars?
Matsukoshi.
You got
Don't
me.
I know what
You did it.
software or something.
I enjoyed the pacing
First
of
or
the episode
second
because it had
close.
enough plot development for the season overall
Senior.
while solving the immediate crime in front of them.
昨夜から
I like that
帰
too. I
宅し
think
てい
that's a
ない
good
と
point. Is
の
like
訴
it
え
was
は
monster
両親からあったよ
like this show. That's how most mystery
だ
shows
が
start
常森
because they're
城
establishing
それだけで
characters
誘
and
拐
like
だと決めつけるのは
how solving crimes in this universe works.
悩
I
め
did
る
like
年頃だ
that this had
家に
ramifications
帰りたくなくて
for much
7
later on
家
while
でっ
also
て可能
solving
性
some
もあるぜ
immediate crime. Right.
Matsuko
Side note that you
Shiori no
have machines
shitsu
to
wa
kick down
clear
the door.
か
Isn't that supposed to be the fun
そう
part
い
of
った
being
非行を起
police?
こすことはそれに
Lisa's totally right. Like, isn't that part of the fun? Boom.
不審な点
I was
です
speaking on
これを見ろ
the joke about us being avatars. There was another thing that really struck me in this episode was when the way Kogami figures out
100% male somewhere
that the avatars
present.
have been stolen is he's saying popularity of these avatars increased
随分
after
親しそうだが
they were
こ
stolen
の坊や
because a fan is
まだ
better able to
身元の確
replicate
認は取れている
the image of somebody
今金の森が
than the person
該当スキャ
behind
ンと
the
カメラ
avatar
のロ
because
グを
they're a
駆使
person.
して
So I was
二
thinking
人の
about
足取り
this
を
in terms of like my Twitter account,
おい
right?
おい
Like I feel like maybe
この
somebody
坊
who
やが
like
まさか誘拐
followed
犯
my
だって
Twitter
の
account
か
for a while could
ど
probably
う見たって
tweet
仲のいい友達じゃねえか
in the way that maybe like there's an image of me like where I'm always like yeah anime and also murder like those are the two things I like but in reality like I'm not always going to tweet about that because I am a full human who thinks about other things besides anime and murder.
Which is interesting because it ties it back around to other things. It's like you only have part of these characters, how they present themselves, and yet it's a reflection. Like last time we talked about how, you know,
Stop the video
all of
here
these
for
characters,
now.
including Akane, is like she's this weird little mini avatar. That's how she thinks of herself.
98.
So it's interesting that people are like, I'm gonna represent you the way that I see you, but they might be missing sort of the underlining thing, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's like when you apply a trope to somebody. Like I'm sure like something I struggle with honestly being on an anime show is I'm like I'm not any anime trope. Like I'm not the moe one. I'm not the tsundere one. But I like don't have to be any of those because I'm a person. But I